Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing? Monday Motivation live across 8 platforms of social media. As you can see, I've been away for a week and got some sun. Absolutely wonderful to get some sunshine this time of year. So we've been to Spain. It was beautiful. I think sometimes you've got to have a week off. You've just got to clear your mind a little bit. There's so much going on all the time. We're all so busy, aren't we? Here in the UK especially. So we took a week off. We went to Spain, and I think it's very important to have that clearance of the mind from time to time, just to give yourself some time to think. What's also interesting is that Emma and I tend to come up with creative ideas. There's a lesson in here in itself. When you're totally relaxing or just reading a book and stuff like that, ideas will just come to you, and then you can make notes and think, right, I'm going to action that when I get back to my desk, when I get back home. The lesson there is actually clearing the mind on a daily basis. If you can do that every morning and every evening, clear your mind, get yourself into a nice vibration, a nice positive vibration. Ideas do come through. And when those ideas do come through, then you've got to act on them. And that's very often where a coach can keep you on track and keep you going, right? It certainly worked for me, so that's for sure. I'd also like to send some huge, massive love to Andy and Michelle Ward for their efforts, for their vocal booth weekend that we went over to spend a couple of nights at. A wonderful effort, a few hundred people all dancing, enjoying soulful house music. It was a wonderful event. And Andy actually allowing me to mix in Sweet, Sweet Music, the new track I've done with Kenny Thomas, actually allowing me to mix that in the middle of your set and then go and have a bit of a dance around with some people was wonderful, mate. And I'm really, really grateful. If you want to get Sweet, Sweet Music, it's up there on Traxsource and Beatport and everywhere at the moment. So you can download yourself a copy. Also, we saw the seniors. So Lewis, Laura and David Senior, we saw them in Spain. They're from the E-Colours and we do a lot of work with those guys. And we've got some big plans for all of our current coaching clients to move forward with Life Remixed and E-Colours as well. So it's becoming very, very interesting, everything that we've launched in the last 8 months or so. It's all starting to really happen, which is wonderful. If you'd like a discovery call one-to-one with me, you're more than welcome. If you're on my mailing list, there's a link there and you can just have that discovery call with me, no problem at all. I was thinking about yesterday being World Mental Health Day. And I was thinking how mental health challenges can come up in our lives. From my own experience, it was health. That was a mental health challenge that turned into a physical health challenge, and a long stated one as well. It wasn't just to click your fingers. It happened over some years. And it's taken some years to fix with my knees and stuff like that as well. Many of you that know me. But yeah, certainly around health. The other things that really can cause, mental health issues and problems is certainly around work and relationships. Now, relationships is not just our intimate relationship; it's our relationships with the world, right, and ourselves. But certainly, health, work, and relationships; those 3 areas certainly sprung up to me. That's where challenges can come up. Sometimes you might not just click with those people and find the way forward. We have so many strategies for that, including 12 months of Life Remix coaching, E-Colours coaching. We work with all of our clients to grow and motivate them. That's what Monday Motivation is about as well, right? And then I started to think about money. There's a lot of people have a lot of problems around money. And I think it's a really interesting conversation for us to have. For us to really start to think about it. Before I do that, I'm getting some great messages coming in. Here's Gav. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Gav. How are you, my friend? Zach says humans give value to money. Yeah, absolutely, Zach. And we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Great tan. Yes. Thank you very much. Chandra, good morning. Great to have you here. And hoping you and Emma had a great holiday. Yes, we did. If you watch this video and then you watch the video back from last Monday where I'm like pasty white, you can see that actually it was quite a good thing to get some sunshine into our bones. But look, let's talk about money, because I think money is such an important subject. There's so many stresses in the world around money. I remember when I was growing up, there was lack mentality. We never had enough. There's never enough money, oh no, we can't do this, we can't do that, I can't afford it. Who do you think I am? I'm going to say Rockefeller, but that's from The Secret. But who do you think I am? Some like multi-millionaire or whatever. That's a lot of the parental messages that I got at the time. It wasn't like how we can afford it, how we can do this, what we can do, how we can make stuff happen. It was very much like lack mentality. Well, we can't do it. We haven't got enough. We can't do it. And I was always pushing. I was a pushy little child, as you've read in Life Remixed. I was a pushy little kid, and I'd be pushing. Come on, let's do it. And I didn't understand the lack mentality, because you don't have to have a lack mentality. I was too young to express it at that time, but now I'm getting it, and I can say yes confidently. You don't need to express that lack mentality at all. What you got to do is you've got to focus and get yourself into the right vibration. So let's just talk a little bit about money. This is a quote that I read from a very interesting guy, Stuart Wilde, I believe his name is. Let me read it out to you. And then obviously, if you've got a chat box or you want to put anything in there and you want to share, I'd love to hear from you. So money is a thought form. It is a symbol of energy, and as such has no real intrinsic value. Let's just put that again. Money is a thought form. So actually, you get paid for your thoughts, right? That's how you make money. You get paid for thinking. So if you think positively and you come up with ideas, and I talked about clearing the mind and coming up with ideas last week while we were away. If you're coming up with ideas, that's how you get paid. Yeah. So money is actually a form of thought. It's the result of your thinking. It's a symbol of your energy, and as such has no real intrinsic value. A piece of paper with some numbers written on it. Here's my £1 million notes here. Look, get them on Amazon, by the way. There's a link on my website. I love those. I've got them up everywhere. They're great. It helps create a money consciousness, and that's something that many people just miss their entire lives. Have a money consciousness, but it's a thought process. So go back to the quote. Money is a thought form. It is a symbol of energy, and as such has no real intrinsic value. It is neither good nor bad, positive or negative. Just think, it's just a piece of paper with some numbers on it, or some numbers on a screen. It is impartial. Money is impartial. The guy that wrote "Money is the root of all evil" just flat out didn't have any. Interesting quote, right? The guy who wrote "Money is the root of all evil" just flat out didn't have any. It's an interesting point, isn't it? It is an interesting point. I heard this said as well. It seems a bit harsh when you say it, but it's the truth. The best thing you can do for a poor person is not be one. Make yourself as wealthy as you possibly can, and then help other people. So important. Imagine if we all did that. If we all did that, and we all focused on getting ourselves as good as possible into like real wealth, and then be able to bestow that on other people. Incredible. It's a great journey. So you can't make it through the physical plane that we live in. You can't make it through the physical plane without money. And whereas sometimes the love of money can cause people to become evil and weird, and we know that, we've seen it. Yeah, some people just get a lot of money or earn a lot of money and become strange. This guy says evil and weird. It is a fact that without money you cannot be free. It's true, isn't it? Without money you cannot be free. Poverty is a restriction, and as such is the greatest injustice you can perpetrate on yourself. It's interesting. It's really interesting. It's a total mindset shift for some people. And many people get very upset when you start to talk about this with them. But it's okay. It's part of the journey. That's how we grow. We grow through challenge. Yeah. Some of us grow through praise. Some of us grow through challenge. In fact, a nice balance of both. But actually, challenge is important. And it's important to be challenged on this. When you talk to people about their health and their diet and their money, people can get very upset. But it's part of the process of actually challenge and grow, challenge and grow, challenge and grow. I love that quote. And I think it's important to think about it a lot. Yeah. Here's a great quote. Money makes you more of what you already are. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I guess it just goes to show how aligned we are as children. A child doesn't get lack mentality. Yeah, I didn't. I was just like, let's just get it. What's stopping you? And we have it drummed into us by the adults in our lives. Money doesn't grow on trees. Yeah, absolutely, Gav. Absolutely. But actually, that's a mistake. Money is a thought form. If you're thinking positively, money will come into your life. So should we do something about that? And when would now be a good time to start? It's true, isn't it? So think about that quote I've just read out. Watch this video back a few times. Okay. It goes to the heart of your journey. Okay. This journey of freedom, this journey of working towards what you would like is important about that quote that I've just read out. It's also on my mailer this morning that I sent out. Okay. People around you might think that you're on a quest for money and wealth and possibly even call you greedy or whatever they want to call you, but that's their issue, not yours. Okay. The truth of the matter is that you are on a quest for freedom. And that freedom, once you're free, can spill out to other people. Here's the thing though. Financial freedom only comes when you win the mental game of money. Okay. Let me say that again. Financial freedom only comes when you win the mental game of money. Wealthy entrepreneurs don't just think differently about money to everyone else. They think radically differently. How can I afford it? You know, let's make it happen. Let's get on with it. It's such important stuff. It's such important stuff. Good morning, Jason. Great to have you here. I've seen you've been on a little holiday as well. It's great to have you back. Get in touch, my friend. Get in touch. Let's get stuck in. So I've got my 5 days to remix your life next week. The course continually changes, continually updates. We're going to do this one in October and then another one the following month, and then that's it for this year. So if you'd like to be a part of 5 days to remix your life, I'd love you to join. If you've been before and missed a couple of days, because not everyone's always there for the 5 days, but if you've missed any points or anything like that, come back. Repetition is mastery. Come back and keep listening and keep inputting and be around a positive group of people that are all uplifting each other. You know, get involved in people that are doing something positive in the world. That's what all of this is about. It's about a group of people working really, really strongly together, because not one multimillionaire ever did it on their own. And very often multimillionaires make millionaires of other people. Truth. Absolute truth. Yeah. And it's not about greed, and it's not about all the negatives that society will throw at you. It's not about that at all. Money is a thought form. Money comes because of the thoughts you're putting out into the world, the ideas that you're having. That's how you get value, or you give value, you add service, you make things happen, and then money comes to you. It's just a natural thing. If you're not making enough money, it's because you're not adding enough value to other people's lives. So let's add this value wherever we go. When I learned this stuff, I've been spent in the last 12 years adding value every minute of every day. Every minute of every day, I add value. The fact I'm sitting here with you guys, I want to add value to you. I hope you get lots of value. I really do. I really hope you get lots of value. Money is so important. It's a thought form. It's the energy you put out, and it comes back to you. So John says, hi, Mark, money makes money. Money makes money. Yeah, I'd agree with that, John. I'd agree with that, because once you've got lots of money, then you can keep investing it and keep going. However, to get to that point, you've got to have an idea first. So you've got to have an idea first to be able to then bring the money back to you, to then be able to go out and invest it more and more and more. What I won't let people do in my coaching is I won't let people make excuses. There is no excuses, none whatsoever. It's about responsibility. Take responsibility for every result in your life right now, and then do something about it. Take action. Okay. That's all I do. That is all I do. Love this from Dave. Start by giving money freely and see the universe paying you back. Absolutely, Dave. Absolutely. The more you give away, the more money comes back to you. I always donate to charities. I gave money to Bobby and Steve. I was away last week, but I gave money to Bobby and Steve. Tragic story, what's happened to Steve. One of the twins there from Kiss FM days. Tragic story what's happened to Steve after COVID and the brain injury he has. So I gave money freely. They need money to be able to change the house, to be able to get things into the right way for Steve to be able to come home. You know, give money. Just give it. The more you give, the more it comes back to you. It's an incredible thing. Some people think it's about being stingy. Like, we look at people that have like built up massive bank accounts and we revere them. But actually, they're like a blood clot. They're like a blood clot. The people that are making the most money, the people that are understanding money, it's about moving it around. It's about moving money at all times in lots of different places. You can all do this. Every single one of you can do it. It's a mindset shift first. Soon as you shift the mindset, all of a sudden things start to get really, really, really positive. We do that on day one. We talk about on 5 days next Monday. We do day one, give up your toxic thoughts, feelings, and actions and start to feel grateful for everything. It changes your mindset completely. And once you get on a roll, nothing can stop you. Absolutely nothing can stop you. So I hope that's been a really useful Monday motivation. I feel like I want to go back to my sunbed now, but that's not going to happen. A couple of other things I just want to talk about as well, just before I go. I want to recommend that all of you music fans out there that you read Norman J. MBE, his book, Mr. Good Times. I highly recommend that you read Mr. Good Times by Norman J. I've actually, if you go onto Amazon, I've left Norman a review just over the weekend, just because it's such a fantastic book. What a story. What a story. Traveling through London, through musical genres, through Notting Hill Carnival, through everything that was going on. Brilliant story. I love Norman J. I've always loved Norman J's music. And now here's the opportunity to read his book as well. Highly recommend it. Of course, read Life Remixed as well if you haven't. Listen to the audio book as well, but make sure you read Norman J. Mr. Good Times. And the last thing I've been looking at is I help a lot of my clients find their purpose in life. Many people don't find their purpose, and it becomes a bit of a chore. Life is a mission. It's not another day. Here we go again. Blah blah blah. Doesn't need to be like that. You know what it needs to be like is purposeful, driven, goals, making things happen, going forward and enjoying what you're doing. So I started reading Simon Sinek's book, Find Your Why, which is really great. Very much enjoying that. Probably about a third of the way in, but I'm really enjoying his description of how you find your why, find your purpose. And I'll be using some of these strategies with my clients going forward. There's a couple of them that are just not quite getting the purpose piece of it. It's very nicely laid out in Find Your Why by Simon Sinek. So really enjoying that as well. So a couple of book recommendations there. I'll probably add those to the book recommendations on markwilkinsonofficial.com in due course. If you haven't read Life Remixed yet, please do, particularly off the back of World Mental Health Day. It's the book that I've written to understand the journey between my physical health collapsing and my mental health, and then being able to make the changes to be this guy that you see today. It's positive. It comes out great. And we're almost up to 100 reviews on Amazon. I think we're on 97 now. So it would be lovely to get a few more. Just to tip us over into those 3 figures of 100 reviews or star ratings. So big love to every one of you. I'm looking forward to seeing many of my clients this week. Do come and join or sign up. Just go to markwilkinsonofficial.com. Sign up for the 5 days to remix your life starting next Monday, 8 till 9 p.m. here in the UK. We'd love to see you there. As I said, it's all there. It's all personal development, and it's about you and you actually stepping up and enjoying your life. So big, massive, huge love. Have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see you all very, very soon.